This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Hey y'all, happy Memorial Day weekend. It's so good to see y'all. Let's also that we all know while we celebrate this holiday season, this holiday weekend, not holiday season, we all know what it's about. Let's look it up real quick. Memorial Day in the United States is a holiday the last Monday in May, honoring those who have died in the nation's wars. So, as you celebrate this weekend, please remember those who have given their lives for our country. Thank you. It's good to see you, Hannah, and Curious Christine, Pisces, Abellis, Lori Ann, Amy, Curious Christine, Miss Kimmy said hello everyone on this beautiful holiday weekend. Just my knee, x-ray, probably arthritis, that's all. Okay, good. Kathleen, good to see you. Bad Girl said, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you, and good to see you. Southern Cats, occasionally classy. I was in the garden all morning, tilling. Fawny, good to see you. Roxanne, good to see you. Connie, good to see you. Annie D, good to see you. Lord, I'm having trouble talking already. Hey, Manda, good to see you. A name here, good to see you. Thank you, occasionally classy. That was so sweet. Pisces, thank you for the blue hearts. Hey, one sunny day. We're going to have to do a emoji for Cannon. I'm thinking, hey, CC True Crime, thank you for being here. Cindy from sunny South Florida, thank you for being here. Allegedly speculating, thank you for being here. Chow, good to see you. Anders, good to see you. Thank y'all all so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Rachel. Kaz is here. Miss Scorpio Rising. Good to see you. Twisted Quill. Lori Ann. Orange Rose. Good to see y'all. I sounded like a 13-year-old boy who was going through hormones just then. I don't know what that was all about. So yeah, since we've had the geese, we take them up to the garden every day, and I've been tilling. So I'm going to update y'all about the garden. I've been working hard up there, and then I went and got a bunch of my herbs and harvested a bunch of that and was able to get them on the dehydrator right before we started. So I'm happy about that. Thank y'all for being here. So my shame box. I hope you don't have a shame box. Thank you, Apellis. Okay, so I did submit 2 FOIA requests, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all. This is the one that, let me access my live while we're at this. This is the one that Alex Erickson got originally. And I'm going to grab her link and drop it because without her, I would not have known this footage existed. So if you guys have not subscribed to Alex Erickson, please do so. She has a lot of information about, excuse me, a lot of cases. So this one was originally, like I said, shared by Alex Erickson, but when I submitted my FOIA, I got a lot more footage on it. So it's about an hour worth of footage as far as I know. So we're going to go through that. And that is Alex Erickson. I'm going to pin it to the top. That is her link. Yeah, there's a lot more footage. We get more of the story in this one. And I will go ahead and let y'all know, since y'all are here in the live, in this footage, they reference a previous event. And so I FOIA'd that as well because I wanted to see, like they said, we know in the footage you'll hear where they say we know that the previous event probably really happened because you were both here and this, that, and the third. Right now I'm questioning it. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and FOIA that too. And I'll have that video out hopefully later today. So we're kind of starting backwards. We're starting with the second event first, and then later today, hopefully I can get out the first event, and we can all make the decision on whether you think it was a real event, the first one or not. In other news, I did want to share with y'all real quick. Hold on, let me get my filing cabinet and grab this paper right here. I wanted to share with y'all that per my source that I can't share, so take this with a grain of salt. I trust the source with my life. Per my source, Stephen Stearns says, quote, "And for the record, I do shower. I just go next door to the medical pod. It has a private shower where you can control the water temperature better and shower in peace and quiet." So there's your update on Stephen Stearns showering in his own words per my secret source. So take that for what you will. I just found it interesting. All right, with that, let's get started. So this is from, I think it's March 26th. It's definitely March 2019. This is an alleged break-in at Lie-tecia Stauch's house. Lie-tecia Stauch is been convicted of a horrendous homicide of her stepson in January of 2020, I do believe. It's a horrendous case, but this woman is like, there's something wrong upstairs. I'm sorry. There just is. She needs to seek medical help. And if you look into the case, you'll learn more about what I'm talking about. But this video gives you the first glimpses that I have seen so far into something is terribly wrong with this woman. So with that, we'll get started.
This video has several body cam videos that I purchased from El Paso County Sheriff's Office in Colorado. They show Lie-tecia Stauch and Al Stauch in March of 2019 and an alleged break-in. At the end of the video, Lie-tecia gets called on her bullshit, and it is fantastic. I love it. Lie-tecia Stauch, approximately a year later, in January of 2020, would go on to viciously murder her stepson.
I apologize about the wind. Like I said, I was up in the garden with the geese at the time. Hey, Maddie's mama. Good to see you. So glad you're here. Oh, I don't trust the words of Stephen Stearns for a second, but that's what he says for the record, supposedly. I'm going to say supposedly.
and allegedly attempt to suffocate or hurt her stepdaughter. Alex Erickson put this video footage out first. If it wasn't for her, I would not have known it existed. Please give her a like and subscribe. She will be linked below.
Okay, you're good.
Well, I don't know if you are tracking, but 2 nights ago. Oh, Saturday night, right? T-shirt Saturday? Yeah. We had a break-in. We walked.
Hey, Divine Rain, good to see you, love. Thank you for being here.
We came home and they were in the house, and they ended up going out, leaving through the back storm, whatever it's called, storm drain or emergency exit, whatever it's called. And then today I came home. I just got off work out at Schriever and hit my garage and noticed it wouldn't go all the way up, and came in, couldn't cut the light on. The breaker.
What do you mean it wouldn't go all the way?
Like it would come up a little bit, like it was on battery or something. Like it would come up a little bit, stop, and then go back down. And then I would have to I had to inch it up. You know what I mean? I had to hit the button and make it stop. And anyways, I came in, the garage lights went cut on. That little, the laundry room light went cut on. So I went and checked the breaker. Breaker had been flipped. I noticed there was something hanging at little attic entryway. I noticed a string hanging down from there that wasn't there before. My wife told me.
So have you checked your house to make sure no one's in there?
No, we learned. I got my wife out of there basically as soon as I just.
Hey, Horse Lover, I'm so grateful that you're here. I just saw you. I was looking for Miss Kimmy's comment because Kaz was laughing at her. So I was trying to find it, and I saw that you were here, and I had missed you, so I wanted to make sure to say hey.
Okay. We're going to go check your house real quick and make sure nobody's inside.
Crispy
and somebody
treat.
has been in the back, the second, whatever it's called, storm drain or whatever, that you can get to the basement.
The window well?
Through that window, the window well, yeah. I'm kind of freaked out right now, I'm sorry. They went in the first one the other night, in or out, and I saw footprints back there today. We didn't see any footprints the other day when the sheriffs were out here. So
okay. Yeah, if you guys want to wait out here, we're going to go inside and make sure nobody's in there. Where's this attic thing that's supposedly...
Right here in the garage.
It's in the garage.
And we know that, see that little piece of sheetrock sitting by the wall? That had been knocked down a couple weeks ago. We didn't think nothing of it. We thought it just fell down, but somebody must have... I looked around in the house. I don't see no entry point from the...
Joy and Crispy Treat, good to see you. Thank you for being here. First event definitely happened. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm wondering, because at this point, I think especially at the end of this footage, you're going to see how he's kind of starting to catch on to Lie-tecia's bullshit, but he might not have caught on to the bullshit in the first one. So I'm still questioning it. I haven't even looked at it yet. I've got the FOIA information back in. And I'm going to drop this video tonight or probably after the live because I haven't even made this one public yet. I haven't finished editing or, doing the title and stuff. But I FOIA'd it because I was like, I just want to see, because it seems like it happened, right? But I just want to see if she had him so fooled that she did it. And if there was how cunning and conniving she was. Like, did it really legitimately happen or did everybody think it legitimately happened? Because at that point, nobody would have had a reason to question Lie-tecia and her motives and things like that. So we'll see. Yeah, I think we need to see the first event. And I was thinking, I was hoping that this was the first one, but it wasn't. And this is all I had time to get out today. So the first event, yeah, I'm going to drop it either later tonight or in the morning, probably. Sometime tomorrow at the latest.
Attic into the house.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on.
All right. Just hang out here. We'll go check the house real quick.
Hey, Shraddha.
And that, you know that there's a yellow string hanging out of that blue tub right there?
Mm-hmm.
It's tied to a hammer. It wasn't like that. Somebody had thrown that hammer up and she heard that noise. Somebody threw that hammer up for whatever reason. When I got home, I moved the cooler over here to grab that string because the string attached to the hammer was up in there.
Do you have a ladder?
I do not.
Okay. Can you see if one of your neighbors has one?
Yeah.
Because if we don't have a ladder, we're not going to be able to get up there.
Right.
So this part, hey Tony, good to see you. We talked about this in the first because Alex Erickson did have this part of the footage out, and I was like, how are the police going to ask me to go ask my neighbors for a ladder at the ass crack of dawn? and I just moved into the neighborhood. Like, what do I look like knocking on somebody's door? Can I borrow your ladder? Because if somebody came knocking on my door asking to borrow my ladder at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to think you're going to be asking to borrow my refrigerator, my microwave, my damn car, my damn food in my house. Like, that's just a little much. Like, can we not, like, call the fire truck or something? Like, ask for somebody to bring a damn ladder. Hell, a good step stool you could probably get up there. Maybe a 3 or 4 foot ladder. Come on now. You got me asking the neighbors at the ass crack of dawn. Stop it.
Where's all the commotion coming from?
The attic and apparently a downstairs window.
Right?
Also, I forgot to tell you on the little motion sensor app. My wife said there's motion in the basement at 526.
Okay.
So it was literally.
What window was open the other night?
The other night was if you walk in the back.
I think we're good here, because this is where she was sleeping. She was home asleep.
I know. I'm just gonna check the whole house. Apparently they were out of the same thing. But
Recording.
This is the storage room, and I think if I understand correctly from what you guys have told me, it's about 9 months, approximately a year later, that Gannon Stauch was put in there in the suitcase. I know Divine Rain, you said you didn't know much about this case. Gannon was shot, stabbed, he was drugged, he was burned. Lie-tecia just like, I don't know, she went overboard and murdered him, and then she hid him in a suitcase while the police came and checked the house. In the other body cam footage that I have out on my channel about this case, Gannon is in this room that they're in right now in this footage, the storage room, in a suitcase. Al ends up breaking up with Lie-tecia right after Gannon disappears, and they start looking at Lie-tecia because she's being suspect, as all get out, and she ends up moving to across the country from Colorado to Myrtle Beach, and then she drives from Myrtle Beach to Florida and dumps the suitcase under a bridge in Florida. And these bridges aren't supposed to be checked, but like once every 3 years or so. And it was like divine intervention because he was found a month or two later. Like it would have been several years if they weren't going to check that bridge that day and he was found. Oh, me too, guilty of crime. Me too. It's good to see you. Hannah said if you followed this case, first she stabbed him 18 times before defense wounds. Then he was hit over the head or shot. The ME couldn't say which came after the stabbing, but he was alive. Thank you. She knows. A lot of y'all know more about it than I do. She drove to Florida, I guess, to get his body as far away as she could. Oh, and also probably because of alligators. She thought the alligators would eat him. Yeah, she's turning the lights out in the other body cam while the police are in there looking. It's ridiculous. This is the room Gannon was stored in during the runaway police call. She stored him there the first night. Yep. Thank you. Lie-tecia or Lie-tecia. Yeah. Yep. She's definitely something.
all the windows shut.
That other room's just a storeroom.
Recording muted.
Did you look under that bed?
Hold on. Is this the screen he was talking about the other night when you guys were out here?
See, I never went downstairs with them. But I knew they were saying that there was one that was moved or tampered with or...
Bad girl, oh my goodness. Thank you. You just dropping money left and right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. She says, Happy Memorial Day and stay safe, family. Yes, please do. I hope y'all have a wonderful Memorial Day and can spend time with your families. Thank you so much, bad girl. That was so very sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. I can't express my gratitude to you enough. Thank you. I appreciate that. Divine Rain said, but his body was in the house. His body is in the house, from what everybody has told me. And the body cam footage that I have, hold on, I'll come right back. Actually, no, I need to pull it up because this is unlisted. So that makes it easier. Hold on, I'll show you the body cam footage I'm talking about if you want to go look at it. Hold on, just a minute. Okay, so it's this one, the night Gannon was reported missing, and missing is in quotation marks, in this body cam footage. Gannon is in the house, in the storage room that they just walked through. Now, what we're watching right now is from about 9 months, approximately a year before the incident happens where she commits the homicide of her stepson. So this was before all of that happened. But in that body cam footage, she has him in a suitcase. The suitcase is in the storage room, and the police are in the house. She shuts the door in their face, and is turning the lights off and all kinds of craziness, just looking sus as crap. Hey, Chow Young. Thank you, Chow Young. That was so very sweet and supportive of you, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Those memberships went to Alice Lynn, Beauty and More, Lady Twitch, Irene Ryan, Beth Kakakia, and B Crunk. I like that, B Crunk. If you were gifted from Chow and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Chow thank you. And thank you so much, Chow. That was so sweet. I will grab the crazy train and pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so very much, Chow. That was so awesome of you. I know. Bad girl and Chow being so thoughtful. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Is Kara here? Thank you. I appreciate that. That was so sweet. I love our speculating family. Y'all are so sweet and generous and kind to each other.
And then they said that they saw somebody running out the back as soon as they got here.
Yeah, that's what you were just
Right?
telling me.
Amy.
Take the keys?
Yeah.
What was it?
Hey, Amy. Good to see you.
Unfounded? Or just
I don't know, man, no. There was a big tree on the road.
we good down here?
Yeah.
There is. It's cold down here.
Nah, man, this window's wide open, dude.
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said, man.
Pull those blinds.
I can't find it. There's not really a draw screen, which is weird.
Is it one of the ones that are on our or some shit?
No. Yeah, that screen's been removed.
I think someone was in here, man.
Yeah, I do too.
They ain't, yeah.
How's there no footprints or anything on there?
6-1 status route.
Code 4.
Good.
They might keep getting hit. They keep trying to get away with some shit.
Well, wait a second. But that steel grate's still on there.
Unless they took the time to put it back.
Yeah, but it's... Yeah, I guess that could just lift up.
I'm sure it does.
See, even the police are starting to catch on right there. They're like, but wait a minute, what kind of person that's breaking in is going to put the grate back? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, someone, I think some, because no one's going to leave that damn window open.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess we need to figure out how that grate goes in there. Is it just push
You know,
up?
and he says
Yeah.
there's footprints back there.
Yeah, well, it looks to me like it pushes right up, because you can see there's a,
The basement thing's what's odd, or the attic thing's what's odd. He just said something was moved, like that thing was moved down, like the cover.
I don't know what he's talking. He said that fell down a couple weeks ago or something.
Oh, so that has nothing to do with it.
I don't know.
Well, if it was left unlocked, I mean, and it shows motion. I mean,
Something dripping on it. We're just trying to figure out what that.
Whatever
whole-
that is, that's old.
Yeah, but just trying to figure out what that whole string thing is. You know, that
So show me that.
yeah. So
Basil came in. Oh my goodness. What? There it goes. Hey, Ashley. Basil came in, so I was with him. Yeah, I dropped the link so you could come up if you would like to, Abellis. Yeah, Letitia said that she was like, fashion statement or something, and she had on this horrendously ugly Victoria's Secret jacket. It's horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. That thing is ugly. Occasionally, Classy said Letitia Stout was hoping they would think it was a courteous burglar. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm so glad that you are part of our crazy speculating family, and we're so glad to have you here. And I'm sorry that you don't have family, but we'll be your family, and we love you. Hey, Crispy, good to see you.
Good to see you, honey.
Yeah, I'm
Thank,
glad you're
thank,
here.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
This place was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when when she was doing this on Facebook first, and everyone was like, she did this, and then she had that awkward interview. Do you remember?
Yeah. I didn't know she was doing it on Facebook. So what was going on Facebook?
I mean, I just remember her. Just like everybody was like shitting on her on Facebook. Like everybody. So then I don't know, just the same stuff that she's a lunatic.
Oh yeah.
So just the same stuff, But
Lord.
everybody knew it from like the word go, Everybody
Mhm.
did. And she hated it. She was really image conscious.
Yeah,
You
she
know.
was.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Crispy Treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's out of her freaking mind. And then that interview she did for the news. I mean, it was just horrendous.
Where she didn't let him film her.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
made herself start crying. It's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes. But she was worse. She was terrible in the trial too. And then they had that one the trial was crazy. I mean, it just was this whole thing was a mess,
Yeah.
Awful.
So sad, for Gannon,
I know
and his family.
he was the most beautiful boy too. Like just the most beautiful boy.
He was. Hey, Bellis.
Hi, AS. Hi, Crispy. How are you?
Hi, honey. Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just came up to
Good.
hang out.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all know more about this case. I watched it, and I was following true crime at the time, but I wasn't as invested in it as some of you were. So y'all know more than I do. I do know some, like I said. So I appreciate y'all coming up. Hey, Lydia.
I've noticed I've forgotten a lot. It was a while ago. There's so many other cases.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
poor
was
Danny.
obsessed with this case though. I really was. Like
Yeah.
I mean I watched it in real time. Like I remember, every little portion of it when it first started, like just her on Facebook and stuff. And I never like want to accuse anybody, but she just looked so good. After that news interview, it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So you followed her on Facebook or
No,
not?
I didn't. I just was watching the whole like,
Was watching her. I missed
yeah.
that part. Yeah. I missed her Facebook
hmm
celebrity status thing.
Yeah. Well, they had that video of the next door neighbor. The next door neighbor had the video of him getting out of the car.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
mm-hmm,
yeah. Nate was awesome.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, Nate. That's right. How do you
Mm,
remember that?
yeah.
The
See,
next door neighbor.
so y'all know, like this case, like I know the Madeline Soto case. I followed that one from the beginning, and
Yeah.
so I suppose that'll be my Gannon Stout case. Like what that is for y'all will be my Madeline Soto case.
Right, right. I'm watching the Karen Reed trial right now. Like I'm obsessed with that right now. So,
I
Oh, wait,
haven't
no.
gotten into that.
oh my God. It's been like bombshell after bombshell every single day. It's been crazy.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
I was wrong. Sorry. Nate was the Chris Watts neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
See,
you're
Yeah.
good.
I come up and
Mm.
immediately give misinformation. Sorry.
No, no.
Oh
I
no,
knew
you're
that
good.
Nate was a neighbor, though. Mm.
That's funny.
Hey Sam, you're good. All right. So if y'all want me to pause, if you want to talk, just let me know and I'll pause it.
Will do.
She said she heard a noise about 2 hours ago, which, give or take. And, this, when I got home, I noticed there was a string, and I got home, I was like, there's never been a string. And, like somebody had done that, and, got it up there.
So the hammer was up there,
This
but the
was-
string was hanging
The
down.
string was hanging down, that's why.
So how long do y'all think it took Letitia Stout? Like how many tries to throw that hammer attached to the string up there? I could see her in my mind right now standing out there looking like a complete a-hole trying to throw a hammer up there.
Oh my God. She literally she tried to say another thing that she tried to do is she tried to say that he was on bath or was looking for bath salts.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
It's
another thing she did.
Yeah, it said the other body cam footage that I have she put like cigars in his book bag and things, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah.
why? Trying to make him look like a bad kid, I suppose, but it's just ridiculous.
She also
Yeah.
took a picture of him and he was dead. She took a
Yeah.
picture of him in the bed and he was absolutely passed away by then.
Poor boy.
Um,
I don't know that he was dead at that point. I think he was drugged.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
that's
I
what
don't
I've
know.
heard. Hey, oh look a squirrel. I've heard that I always thought he was passed away, but I've heard that they found out that he wasn't, and that he was just like really, he was drugged because they found the pain pills in his system.
Yeah,
But
but
it,
how would they have known that by that if you look at that footage of him in that bed,
mhm.
I mean, it's I don't know. I don't
It
know how
looked
they would know that. It looks crazy.
It does, and it looks like the suitcase is at his feet, and
Yes.
that's why I always thought that he was already deceased, but I've heard that he wasn't. So I don't
I
know.
don't know.
We'll have to
Uh,
look it up and verify it.
Yeah.
Michelle was saying, Michelle followed my Stauchi. She followed the case really closely, and she said that the what we think is a suitcase was not a suitcase. I'm not.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't. I've heard that also elsewhere, so I don't know where she got
I
that
don't.
information
Yeah.
from. But
I don't remember like hearing that about that he was drugged at that point. I mean, everybody thought he was passed away, and so I remember that part, like but that was for just social media, just saying that. So I don't know. I don't remember that in the trial though at all.
right.
Yeah, so what I found about it, it says the last known photo of Gannon Stauch has been leaked online showing him in bed. The photo is significant as it is believed to be the last clear image of the child before his disappearance. The photo has raised questions about the circumstances surrounding his death as it was taken shortly before he was reported missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I found about it.
I suppose
But
only she knows.
yeah, if she comes in, I'll ask her because I know that she did follow the trial, so she might
Yeah.
know like of
Oh,
where it was in trial they said it.
I'm sorry. I meant Letitia.
Oh,
But
Lie-tecia, yeah.
but you know, and about that ab- about the hammer and the hole. I wonder how many times she hit herself with it.
Oh my God.
Not
I
enough.
bet, I bet
Yeah,
you she
not
put a
enough.
bet you she put a bicycle helmet on or something.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
not enough is right.
Right.
Yeah. CC True Crime said the neighbor's footage was the next day, so maybe they say that that photo he was alive because there was footage of him after the photo was taken, I suppose. But I don't know enough to say definitively, you know.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't remember it in the
That
trial, and
makes
I
sense
watched that
actually.
trial. Like, I mean, I was glued to it, but I don't know. I'm not always right.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not always
Hmm.
right either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
a name
funny.
here said I was going to say not hard and not long enough, right?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
She was wild though. Like she was just the wildest criminal I ever saw. And I think that she really like wanted to, I mean, she thought that she would just be able to like bullshit her way through these investigators. And the
Yep.
most telling one is the FBI agent. When the FBI agent calls her out on her crap, that's
Yeah,
the one that you need to watch. That one's a good one.
that's a
Okay.
great
Yeah.
Grusling, I think his name was.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down as we play the footage so that I can pull that one up and we can go over it.
No,
Because you first see her in like a an interrogation room, but it's not an interrogation room. It's one of those ones like with for families of missing people, missing kids or whatever. It's like one with stuffed animals and the soft couch. It's not like an interrogation.
Uh-huh.
But I think like they realized very quickly she was lying. But it took her a long time. It took a long time to build this case.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And
Because
Al, her husband, was really amazing through it. Like he was great because I mean he had to pretend to talk to her and be like, just tell me. Yeah, because she literally said that somebody came in and then raped her and then I'm sorry, excuse me.
yeah,
oh no,
yeah.
you're fine. You're
And
good.
then did that and then yeah, she just made up lie after lie after lie. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I wanted
And
to
then
ask you
she,
guys, I'm so sorry. I wanted to ask you guys if you do you guys know there's like a physiology, like something with people's eyes, like when they go dark when they talk about the murders. They talk about Chris Watts had it. Like it's when they retell the murder, their eyes will go dark. I looked it up, and it's some kind of a thing like that
Huh.
happens. Some kind of um like I don't know, some kind of like a something. But if they retell the murder, you will see their eyes go dark. This woman's eyes were whole black,
black. Yeah, I've heard
black.
that a lot
Mm-hmm.
about
If you,
the eyes
yeah,
going black.
yeah. Chris Watts, like that lady that interviewed him, that the lady Sherrilton lady that wrote the book about
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
And she said that when he started talking about the murders, that his eyes just went black. And if you remember, his mistress, who still hasn't been brought to justice. She she said like his eyes are so dark. Like she even said something. I don't think his eyes were ever that dark until he did that. Isn't that the strangest thing that happens?
That
Yeah,
is
it is. It's
Mm-hmm.
weird.
11. Okay. I thought he was 12. They were asking how old Gannon was. They're saying 11. I thought he might have been 12, or it might not have been his birthday yet.
Yeah,
And
last year was his
he was
16th
11, I
birthday.
think. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
poor guy.
Yeah, that's interesting about the eyes. I'll have to look
Look,
into that, but I
yeah,
believe
look it
you.
up. I didn't. No, I really didn't. I was like, no, that can't be. And I looked it up. But yeah, happens, I guess.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How incident. How
Mm.
incident. I was reading a comment. How interesting.
It is
Um
interesting.
the candle incident was Sunday night, and then Monday's the night that he passed away. The candle incident, I remember that clearly because that's where all this started. She said that Gannon knocked over a candle downstairs in the living room area, and she told it burnt the carpet, which doesn't make sense because if you knock a candle over, the wax is going to put out the fire. And
100%. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So she said that he burnt the carpet and now he's going to have to sell his Nintendo Switch and they're going to have to sell all the furniture in the house to fix the carpet so they can keep their deposit because it's a rental.
Uh-huh.
And
So the lady doesn't kick him out, is what
Yeah.
she
yeah,
says. Yeah. I mean, she was evil, and that little boy was sobbing, and he was like, I mean, he was sobbing.
Well, he
Um,
was in pain too. When
yeah.
she's telling him all this crap, he's
Mm-hmm.
in pain. His arms are blistering.
Yeah. I couldn't
hmm
even listen. I can't even listen to that. It makes me cry when he
yeah.
does that. Yeah. When
And
he's
then
in
she,
that pain.
and then she goes, and tomorrow, and then she shuts off the recording.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and she had posted that to Facebook, and a lot of people think that's where everything started. I remember thinking, now this could be complete misinformation. I talking about that brought up this memory in my head, and there was something like she pulled everybody out of the house, but left him downstairs, and like all of everybody, even the dogs were out, but there was a child left in the house, and like I thought it caught on fire or something and she called somebody or something, but I could be wrong in that. It just seems like I remember hearing something like that. But his arms were burnt real bad. It seemed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
me like she was trying to burn him or something, like kill him with a fire or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
think so. Absolutely. I think she tried setting fire to the
Listen,
house.
she did, and I'm like, and I think too that that I felt like I felt so sorry for him that he was burned. And I know this sounds terrible, but I was kind of glad that she gave him like that pain medicine. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
before, I don't know, just maybe he was sleeping or something. I don't know. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I just feel like, oh God, I
Yeah.
hope.
Only she knows the whole truth. Maybe I doubt it,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe someday she'll spit out
Oh, never.
what really happened. Yeah, I doubt it too, but
Mm-hmm.
you can always hope,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We can hope that she'll come to God and tell somebody. She won't even give Al his name back.
Mm-mm.
I know. Same thing with
No.
Sarah Boone.
Oh,
Oh
And
yeah.
really?
yeah,
Yeah.
Reader
Mm-hmm.
calls her Paulson. That's her maiden name.
Mm.
And she's doing like just fine. Somebody said something about like, I hope that the girls in prison are treating or like give her the justice. And it's like, no, they're like, she gets along with everybody. Have you heard her phone calls in jail?
Yeah,
Like, you can hear people in the background being like, just she's fine. She's doing great in there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Wow.
Letitia will thrive in prison also.
You think
Mm-hmm.
so?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's cunning enough to have everybody do her bidding in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know Sarah knows a lot about like or appears presents herself to know a lot about law because she was trying to represent herself and things like that. So I think she's definitely smart enough to be able to get along with people well in there. But Letitia, she's too much of a drama queen in my opinion. I don't think she'll get along with people real good.
Yeah, she thought she was like Kim Kardashian, is what she like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lord.
I hope you're right, AS. I hope you're right. I hope she has a hard
Yeah.
time.
I hope she does too. I hope she gets what she deserves. I'm probably wrong, but I hope she does.
I mean,
same.
she'll fight at the drop of a hat, you know?
Yeah. And remember, like remember there was like a situation when she first got arrested that or when the police came or whatever, she threw the keys to Harley, and then with like I remember she like tried to um get away. Get exactly like when she first they were looking for her, and then they finally got her with her daughter. I don't know.
I
I
But
don't
don't
she
remember that part. Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
remember that.
I
Yeah,
know
she
she
threw
tried to
the
escape
keys at
them.
Harley and was like, she threw the keys out, and she was telling Harley to drive. And I felt sorry for her daughter because I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
her daughter was credible in court. And I thought, like, this poor young girl, she's very young. And I thought, my God, can you imagine? Like, her life just turned upside down within like an instant. And then I thought, who's like going to be her support system? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people have told me that she comes out and what was it you, Abellis, that told me that she's doing a lot better now?
No, but I think she is. But I don't
Okay.
think it's, yeah.
I
Um,
heard that she speaks out, like, tries to help children whose parents have been convicted of horrific things or something to that effect.
oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
That is good. And I hope she's doing well because I always felt very sorry for her because she was young and that her life was upside down. And I thought, my God, nobody like she doesn't have anybody now,
And Le-
her
and
both her
Letitia
mom and her stepdad
and her mom was lying to her
the
throughout,
whole time,
lying about money, lying about everything.
lying about her
So
real dad.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then,
Hmm.
you grow up and you realize this is your mother.
Hmm.
It, yeah, I feel sorry for her as well.
She said that she always told her daughter that her dad died of like what did she say? Do you remember what she said her daughter died, or like she died of a drug overdose, or was that really what happened?
That
Or something about a shooting, and then the reality was different.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yeah, suppose from what I remember y'all saying, I don't know personally, excuse me, I was eating seaweed. Um
Mm-hmm.
uh, um from what I remember the comment section saying, I don't know for a fact, it was something like she told Harley that her dad got robbed or something and shot during some type of home invasion or robbery or something to that effect, but he
Mm-hmm.
really died of an overdose. Or a
Yes,
Yeah.
car,
that's it. Yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
a car accident, says Lorianne, so it could be a car accident. Pisces said a break in. So one of the two.
Yeah. And
yeah, I
she
think it
found
was a
that out.
boyfriend.
Yeah, she found that out right before the trial started, and she was
Mhm.
Hmm.
devastated over it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
So,
telling your daughter that her dad died violently when that's not the
hmm,
case, that's
right.
horrible. Who
Very
does that?
horrible.
It
She had
is.
total control over Harley. Harley didn't know like what the hell was going on, and then they threw that suitcase with Gannon's body over. I always wondered how she got that over that bridge, though. Dead bodies. There's a reason that phrase "dead weight."
That's
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Well,
but,
yeah. I mean, apparently she was alone when she dumped his body over the bridge
hmm,
because Harley was back at the motel or hotel, I believe.
yeah, she got up in the middle of the night and went out.
To
Yeah.
get dog food or something, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah. But also, I wondered, like, why, I don't know how long it takes for dead bodies to smell, but like, she was in that car for a long time, driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were in a van, so the suitcase was in the back of a van,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a wall between the passenger seat and the back.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Yeah.
was
Okay.
he was in the back
Yeah. But
because
still,
yeah, it doesn't take very long for a body to start smelling when it's
Right.
hot,
decomposing.
especially with the weather. And
But they found a board with his blood and stuff on it, like, right? They found a
yes,
board. Mm-hmm.
The S curve road, I think, that was
Yes,
up from the house, and y'all were telling me that I had it wrong in the first when we were talking about this the other day. At some point, she had put his body there, from what y'all were telling me. I didn't remember that part, but I think that's what y'all had said. That's how the blood with the board with the blood got on it, and then she picked his body back up at some point.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Al said that he knew that he knew she was involved when she picked him up from the airport because she told him she picked him up in a rental car, and then
Mm-hmm.
her car was at wasn't at the school that she said it was or something. I
Yep.
don't
Hmm.
know.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
she's horrible.
She is. She's just a disgrace. It's a disgrace that she's even walking the earth, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I moved that over there to grab the string to see what it was all about. And that hammer that's our hammer.
When you have a window open downstairs.
Right, that's what I was telling you. The second one over is.
Yeah.
So they
The one here. So there's one that's closed. The screen's off. That was the one from the other night,
That was
right?
it. I haven't put the screens on. So let's back up a couple days. Sometime mid to late last week, that one that's open now, the screen had been popped off. And so we talked about it. It's like, hey, Sunday after church, I'll go get down in there, whatever. And then, but that Saturday night is when the other door, other window was open. You know what I mean? When we got home, or actually we walked in, we heard them leaving. So
Okay. I'm gonna go check the backyard where
I
that.
saw footprints also. So I'm gonna
Okay. Is the only camera you have that doorbell camera?
We got motion sensors.
Did
but-
that pick anything up?
No, because it would have alerted our phones, and she was in the house.
Okay. I'm gonna go look in the back, then I'll come talk to you.
Okay.
Who all was in the house tonight?
Just her.
Just your
My
wife.
kids, thankfully, are spring break.
Who's?
That's my daughter, and that's my wife in the car.
Okay. All right. Let me go look out back, and I'll come talk to you.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I was thinking the hammer and the string, that's personal. A
Mm-hmm.
burglar would not come into a house and try and set up a trap for the residents. A burglar would
No,
just grab stuff and leave,
right.
So this would be somebody who had some hatred against the people in the house. So Al isn't stupid. He would have started realizing that it would have been her. The kids
Yeah.
wouldn't have done that.
No.
No, not at all. And and the other thing is that she was so jealous of Gannon's mother.
Yeah.
Is what she was just absolutely jealous of her, and they were friends. In fact, they had. I think that started up with an affair, right? Their
Yeah.
relationship did.
Uh, yeah, I can talk on that from what I remember. I do remember that part. Real quick, I wanted to say thank you, Curious Christine, for sharing your milestone. I can't believe you've been here for 3 months. Thank you so much for that. She said, so happy to have spent 3 months with all of you. We're so happy that you spent 3 months with us. Thank you for that. That was awesome. So if I remember correctly, um, Letitia was what's her name? Landon,
Lending
right?
it.
Landon.
Yes, Landon's one of her like best friends. Letitia coached a softball team,
Right.
something to that effect, and that's how they met. She was best friends with Landon, and then at some point, Al and Landon decided to have a threesome with Letitia, and then Al ends up starting to go over and hang out with Letitia at her apartment, and they end up hooking up like behind the scenes or something to that effect.
Mhm.
So, and it also explains why Letitia is so out of her head with like wanting Al to be home and be there with her, because when you start a relationship off as being a mistress, you're always concerned that the person that you're with is going to cheat on you. So I get that part, but like all the other shit's just out of her fucking head because she was mental, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was she like they said that like every time Gannon went home to his mom, she did like a happy dance. That she
Oh,
would do a happy dance because he was gone. That's what
She's
she
nasty.
favored the little girl. She favored the
Little
um
Lena. Yeah.
yeah.
oh, wow.
Mhm.
She's nasty.
Mhm.
She is.
Like, what kind of a person like does a happy dance when a child leaves? Like that's ridiculous. She was so immature and childish.
She
Yeah.
was.
Mm-hmm.
She was. And boys tend, I don't know why, I've noticed that sometimes boys are very much, they say mama's boys and daddy's girls.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Yep.
Gannon just really loved his mom. Like,
Yeah.
it just,
Yeah, he did.
it's ridiculous. She's
He
sick.
adored her.
Yep.
And that's the way a mother and father should react instead of like what's gone on right now with the case of Sebastian. Their mother and father are fighting or whatever, but like these two really, banded together. This mom and dad did, and it's really had, they didn't get along at all, but they seem to have, really,
Brought, yeah, got
Yeah.
together because of the child. And I too wish that that could happen in more cases where there's a lot of
mm-hmm.
hostility even after the child goes missing. I wish that parents would put that aside even just until the child is found or better or something to that effect. The situation is resolved.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Al was so funny in the trial. He wouldn't call her Lie-tecia. He was calling her the defendant the whole time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome because he knows that it'll get at her. He knows her better
Mm-hmm.
than anybody, and that I'm
That's
glad he
right.
did that.
Yep.
All right.
You can go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if this part is redacted or it just doesn't have audio, but there's no audio for this part.
It's okay.
Yeah, they go at the back and talk. I wish we could hear what they're saying, but I think there's 2 times that happens in these videos. Thank you
You
so
know
much,
that I've
Brenda.
not seen this. I've not seen the body cam footage at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have not. Not this. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, like Alex Erickson put out clips of it on her channel, and so I found it interesting, and I was like, I'm gonna FOIA that, and so I have this one, and then I'm gonna have some more out later that because of the break-in they reference in the beginning of this, I was like, I really want to see that and see if it like maybe Lie-tecia had tricked them and they just hadn't caught on to it yet at that point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out.
I appreciate you doing this and
Oh
going
yeah.
over some of these old trials because they're important,
Yeah, I like going over old stuff, especially stuff that I have questions about. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have questions. There's another case I'm trying, like my USB drive. It doesn't. The format is different, so it's hard for me to pull the videos off. But there's a couple of cases, even after trial, I had questions about, and so
Right.
I'm FOIAing it and getting information, and I'm finding out that some of the stuff I get hasn't even been put out. So I
No.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Thank you.
You do a nice job over here, honey.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I love this chat. It's a nice chat and like you do a great job.
Thank you. I love our chat too. Y'all make the chat in the channel
Mhm.
amazing. Like I could talk to myself all day, but y'all make it great. Thank you. Um,
It's kind of
Amy's
bare back there, isn't it? Sorry.
it.
Mhm.
Oh no, you're fine, sweetheart. It is. I think it might be just because they had just moved in, but
Yeah.
Yes.
it is. I can't stand the houses being that close together. Like I couldn't thrive there.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know.
They're
How long
a
had you been
military
there at that
family,
point?
so I think with the military family, I mean I don't think that they stay very long.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You said
Do
how
you
long
know
had
how
they
long? Yeah,
how
sorry.
how long what?
how long they had been here at this point,
Oh
At this
Bellis?
God,
house. Yes,
I
at
don't
this
know.
house.
Okay, I think it had been. I don't know. I,
I know they just came back from a vacation. I remember that. They just came back from a cruise or something.
well,
I'm
he.
asking because the other day we were talking about the walls were bare, but
Mm,
I don't know how long they had been there. So I mean, it takes time to unpack and things.
Sure.
Right. In the footage where Gannon's reported missing, they had been there for a year, and I think in this video footage he references having moved there from South Carolina 2 weeks earlier. So at this point,
Oh, okay.
they had been there for a couple weeks, I think. Excuse me. And then in about a year, it had been almost a year that they had been there. Not very
So the
long.
right. So the walls were bare because
Because they just
No
moved.
even
longer
though
muted.
even though they hadn't even though they had been there a year, they were still bare.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
And it, like, with her freaking out about the carpet, I mean, I think she used it as an excuse, but like talking about renting the property, maybe that's why she didn't put stuff on the wall. She's using it as an excuse of, oh well, we got to get our deposit back. I don't know, man. With kids, I mean, I try to get my deposit back on places that we rent. I make sure I clean and paint and spackle the holes and stuff. But kids are gonna be kids. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna freak out if I don't get my deposit back. It's something that I pay not expecting to get it back anyway.
Right.
Right.
Right. I always thought it was strange that they had him in the basement too. Like all, but he wasn't like a teenager at that point. He was still a little boy.
Yep.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
But
It scares me that I think Landon's room was like right by the door. That in my any house I've lived in, I've tried to be the closest one to the door so that if somebody does come in, we are alerted before they can get to the children. Um,
Yes.
but like
right.
basements and stuff, as long as it didn't have an outside door, I don't know. I might put the kids down there so they could have their own setup or something. But yeah, maybe a little older.
I'd be worried about fire though.
Oh
Me
yeah,
too.
that's true.
You know. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
um,
Oh,
I,
I'm gonna
I
have to
haven't
die
seen
here.
a floor plan of the. Sorry, what, Crispy?
Yeah, you're going. You got robotic. Oh, I think she said
Oh,
her phone was about to die.
oh no.
Hopefully she'll come back. What were you saying, Lev?
I forget.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the floor plan,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah. I'd
think.
like to see a floor plan of the house.
Maybe we can make that happen. I'll try to see if I can pull one up while we watch this. I saw that Becky P came in. Hey, Becky. Okay. I'll
Hi,
try to
Becky.
pull it up and see if we can see anything.
Hi, chat.
You're so
Hi,
sweet.
hi, Basil.
He is in here now. He came in and got some crackers.
How are the geese
So
doing?
they're good. They're in the living room. Mr. Speculating's home now. The one that had the hurt foot is walking, and she is being a mother to the other two.
That's so
So
sweet.
it is really sweet. She got so happy because she kept calling out and nobody was answering her. So when I got the baby, she like was immediately happy. They loved to swim yesterday. I wish I'd have
Yeah.
took a video, but we took them out to the pool and the babies, I don't think they'd ever been in water before because they probably hatched and then were basically kept warm and shipped out to sell. So I took the kids out there and told them to set them in the pool, but like just keep their hands there for a minute in case they like tipped over or something. And so they set them down and they kind of didn't understand that it was water for like a split second. But then they realized it was water and they started diving under the water and looking like little rockets swimming around. It was the cutest thing.
Oh my goodness, that's so cute.
It was. I'm gonna try to get it on video today when I take them out there. But the bigger one, she's doing great. She's walking. She still limps a little bit, but she's gotten a lot better.
That's awesome. How old are they?
The bigger one is like, I don't know. I know she's a couple of weeks. Like I would say between 2 and 4 weeks old, and the younger ones are. I would say she's closer to maybe 4 to 6, and the younger ones are probably 2 weeks old or so.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Many shoes like right by the garage door. There's somebody I can tell the grid pattern on it. I can run it over there.
Oh, she's getting hers.
Oh God. So what time did you go to work last night?
I worked left.
No longer muted.
I probably left at 1600, between 16 and 16:30 last night. That's a little early.
And when you left, that downstairs window, the one that's open, was that open or closed?
I haven't checked them since after the other night, Saturday. Saturday I went and checked every window in the house, make sure they were all locked and shut, and checked them. And then pulled all the blinds down and closed the blinds.
So when you believe when you left for work that window was closed?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Same last name.
And then the thing that closes the attic, that you just push it up, you know, when you go up there, that was already down.
Yeah, that a couple weeks ago that had either fallen or been knocked. I'm not sure, but you could see where it fell because there's a pile of little sheetrock crumbles on the floor. So
Okay.
I don't know. There's something going on with that too because she's been hearing the noises like banging in the attic and then that hammer thing tonight. But like I said, I don't see no entry point into the house from the attic.
I didn't see one. Normally,
yeah.
like my house has the one in the garage, and then there's another one in one of our closets.
Exactly, yeah. And I haven't been able to look.
And
at
unfortunately, I can't get up there if we don't have a ladder.
Yeah, I know. She didn't have a ladder, and I haven't asked nobody else.
Yeah. Because I imagine he felt awkward knocking on people's doors asking for a freaking ladder.
Right?
You know.
You could see the wheels turning in his brain, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what time did you get home?
It had
I did notice that stare that he did off to the side, and he's just, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I think he's stressed out, but curious at the same time, wondering what's going on. I'm wondering if they had been fighting by this point. He doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to hurt Harley.
And he
But,
doesn't want her to be angry with him because she probably has nuclear explosions when she gets mad.
mm-hmm.
In a normal setting, I mean, not just what we've seen of her. But, you know,
Yeah.
he's thinking, well, there's no point of entry to get into the attic. And Lie-tecia is the one hearing all this banging and crack.
Mm-hmm.
Things are falling out of the ceiling. I mean, who else could it be?
Right. That's so sad to see him like that. I mean, I don't know. I've always felt bad for him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point, Becky. I mean, he
Yep.
worked hard for his family, and she hated him working hard for his family.
Right. Yeah, it's like, what more do you want from me? Like, yeah, I got to work in order to support us and your spending habits. So what exactly is it that you want from me that I'm not giving you? I can't give you more time because my job requires me to do these things. So, like, we got to come to some kind of agreement, and that wasn't happening with her.
He resented everything, his
Mm-hmm.
job, his child.
Yep. It's really sad,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
It have been close to 6 because I texted her I texted her headed home at 5:52 and I was on Bradley, coming down Bradley. So yeah, I was close to 6, maybe right after 6.
And that's when then you pulled in the driveway and tried to open the garage, and it would just like go partly up and then want to come back down, kind of like the sensors are getting set off.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially, and then the light.
Buzz these to you.
Yeah, thank you. The light, the garage light or whatever, wasn't coming on. So then I was like, something's up. I didn't think nobody was in the house or whatever, but I thought something was up with the garage door or the battery or something. And then when I came in and the lights wouldn't turn on, the garage, I went to check the breaker. The breaker had been flipped. And then I saw that string.
The breaker was flipped?
The breaker was flipped in the garage.
Which breaker? What is it?
The breaker box is right there?
Yeah.
It was the garage breaker.
Well, if that was flipped, your garage wouldn't open. if we cut the power to your garage,
Unless there's a battery backup to it or something.
I doubt
I
it.
don't know. I'm just telling you what I mean.
Okay.
But you said it was coming up and down though.
It
too.
did. It went up a little bit and then came back down. Like it didn't have enough power to get all the way up. So it took me. And my wife said she heard me doing it. It took me like 3 or 4 times because I if you can get it to stop, it'll go. Whatever. So I just played with it and got it open enough.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
Hmm.
I'm thinking that she did have the clicker, and so he's trying to open the door, and she's clicking it and making it go back down, and then or she was standing there and flipping the breaker on and off, and then ran to the room when she finally let the door come open because they ask her about the clicker thing, and she's like, yeah, I don't know where it's at, but I don't want to say it's missing because I just don't know. Like something was going on there. She was doing something.
I think she was planning something, probably maybe a dry run for something later.
Maybe.
And I
I
still I still think she had that fob in her pocket the whole time when she had her hands in her pocket.
Probably.
But
It would
yeah, it
not
seemed.
surprise me.
Sorry.
Sorry. I was just saying it wouldn't surprise me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just same thing. It wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah. She's such a freaking lunatic.
And then, like I said, I noticed that light on the garage unit there. The garage door unit wasn't coming on, so I left my truck lights on to see if anybody was moving around.
Okay. So once it finally opened, the light wasn't on.
Yeah. And then I walked to the house and tried to flip the garage light on, and then I tried to flip the washroom light on, and they were both off. So I was like, okay, let me check the breaker, and the breaker was actually flipped.
She hates light, this girl.
She does because she's doing everything in the. She wants to be in the dark all the time. It wouldn't surprise me either to learn that she's like one of those people that stands in the freaking corner in the dark to see if you're going to notice them or not. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Shit's
That's
creepy. Um, and somebody was saying that Al didn't pay for ring camera footage. I think that Lie-tecia probably took care of the bills because he was at work most of the time and she didn't pay it. And I think she didn't pay it because she was running around doing all this, excuse my language, but she's running around doing all this fuck shit and she didn't want it to be on camera because she knew she'd be seen on camera. So she didn't pay it.
good point.
That's just my speculation on that.
Mhm. I wonder what they're doing up there.
Not sure. Just
Just looking, I guess.
And then
yeah, and trying to figure out if they can figure out what exactly happened because they can't make sense of it either, which we're going to hear in a minute or a few
Yeah.
minutes.
so the lights don't work, all that stuff. You check the breaker, and then what do you do?
I flipped the breaker back on, and then the lights started working.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously the breaker had been flipped or whatever.
And then what did you do?
I noticed that string down. Then my wife came out of her room.
And is that your hammer?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. I mean, my son was playing with it the other day before he left. He was building something in the garage.
She was framing Gavin again.
So that hammer's been.
You think so? I didn't even pick up on that.
He's playing with he's playing with the hammer, and then all of a sudden, it's up in the ceiling with a string on it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't even think of that.
Well,
CC True Crime said she thinks everyone will just 100% believe her no matter how stupid her plan is because in her head she's a genius. She wanted Al to think she was in danger, not that someone was trying to burglar. Yep, I think
Yep.
so.
Yep.
Crispy said she first told the job she was interviewing for she couldn't come in because her father died in a car accident that day. Oh, yeah.
And it had been years
Yep.
that he died. And then she gets mad at the principal for saying, "Well, will you be coming in tomorrow?" or whatever it was. I just told you that my father just died, or stepdad, or I forget
Yeah,
what the relationship was.
you're ridiculous. She's so dramatic.
In here, so it's not mine. We might have brought it from, like I said, we just moved here from South Carolina. I might have gotten our stuff somewhere.
She's missing her garage door opener.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of her car? Was the car in the garage?
That's what she
What
said.
did
Yeah.
he say? I'm
Okay, I'll
sorry, I
talk to
missed
her
it.
once I'm done with him.
Oh, you're fine. She said the cop came out and said she said she's missing her garage opener and that it was in her car.
Oh,
So this could reference again why they ask her for it later on in the footage that we got, that the part we've seen where she gets called out.
right. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yes ma'am.
But it was there when you came home?
I used it when I got home.
Yeah. What time did you come home?
About like 9 o'clock.
Okay. And you pulled the hammer down, then what'd you do?
Obviously, I was like, this is really weird. She said she didn't do it, obviously, and then
So you went in and talked to her?
I went and got her out of the house. Well, I went and got the flashlight, walked around the back of the house, and then I noticed the window, and I came back.
You
Then
saw that downstairs window
yeah,
was open?
That's the first time I saw that. And then I went and called.
And you saw the footprints at that time too?
Yes, because I had the flashlight.
Okay.
I went, and then I immediately told her to get some clothes on or whatever. Got pistol, like I said, I have a pistol still in my belt. And called 911 at that very same moment. Didn't search the house at all.
Okay.
Because I did, second day in 3 or 4 days, I didn't want to.
Yes,
That's it.
Yes ma'am.
I wonder if they compared those prints to her feet, to her shoes, I mean.
Good question. If they did during this incident, we'll see it. Because this was everything they have on this incident they sent me.
No, that's awesome.
Well, it's from, the initial night, but by watching the other part, they pretty much figured out that it was her by the end.
Right.
But why would they steal your garage door
No,
opener?
I'm saying we didn't make this keypad number. I'm just telling you.
Oh, the number?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, we didn't make it. It was like that.
And what's your wife's name?
Tecia, T-E-C-I-A.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay to go check downstairs? See if anything's missing or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. I want to talk to her first,
Okay.
and then you and her will walk through the house
Okay.
and see what's missing and stuff.
Okay. But I don't know. I just don't see anybody getting up in that crawl space up there
There's
from
really,
the garage level.
yeah, there's no way for them to get up there.
Unless there's got to be some other way to get up there. If they were in here and got her garage
One out of
door
6
open,
on copy of plate.
They redacted the plate. He's starting to pick up on it just like the cop is. Because he was like, I don't understand why they would take her garage door opener out of her car. Like, I don't understand how they would do that or why they would do that. So he's starting to question things too.
Yeah. I noticed that Crispy confirmed that it was her stepdad who died in the accident, not her dad.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I do remember. I think it was her stepdad, if I remember correctly, too, as well. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get over that either, with the way she turns the lights off when the cops are there.
Sorry
It's
to
just
laugh.
ridiculous.
Your reaction to these things just cracks me up.
Yeah, that woman is just something.
Okay, Tisha, tell me what happened.
I mean,
Like,
I didn't see anything other than hear noise.
so were you sleeping?
Off and on.
I'm gonna take this pistol and put it back in our room.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Sorry to
Can
interrupt again.
We could
this
talk.
is
No,
freezing.
you're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You're
I
fine.
wonder if they checked. Thank you. I wonder if they checked her car for footprints on the ceiling or on the roof of the car
Oh, that would have been good. I don't know. I
to
didn't
see if.
see. Yeah, I didn't see them do it yet, but maybe they
Yeah.
will.
I mean, she might have driven into the garage, climbed on top, put the
Mm-hmm.
hammer up there, and then drove back out again.
Yep. And knowing her, that's probably what she did.
Yeah, just a thought, but I thought she's so that would be something she would do. You know.
Yep. It sure is.
Were you sleeping?
Off and on.
I'm gonna take this pistol and put it back in our room.
Okay.
Can I,
We could
this
talk.
is freezing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. We could talk inside.
Like a teenager.
I mean, it might have been like.
Do what?
I'm sorry. She looks like a teenager standing there with her drink and her beanie on her head,
She did.
half asleep.
Yep. And they question her, and she's already trying to walk away and kind of not answer questions. She doesn't want to be asked questions by the cops. She's already trying to distance herself.
Yeah, she's evading too.
Yep, and like Cece True Crime pointed out, and you pointed out last time, she's dressed up like a burglar, giving herself away already.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours ago, I heard a noise.
Okay,
But
so
I've been
so
hearing
let's start with
noises.
this. What time did you go to bed?
Maybe like 11.
Okay. And then you slept all night for the most part.
Kinda. Yeah, but I kept those doors locked so I didn't like come out of here.
Okay. And then you heard noises at some point.
Yeah.
What time was that, do you think? It's
It was
right
probably
now,
like 2 hours before I talked to him, so he got up at 5:30 maybe, so it was probably like 3:30.
And what exactly did that wake you up?
No, like we haven't slept since this whole thing, so I heard everything. Like I can hear the wind on that little thing sometimes blows off, like different noises all the time.
Okay. So what exactly did you hear?
It was like a bang,
Just
almost
one?
almost like it was hitting like a wall. But I just sat in here with a flashlight and with the gun loaded and didn't come out.
Okay.
What? I sat in my room with a flashlight and a gun loaded and didn't come out. Like if somebody comes through that, y- I,
Yeah,
no. Like if you hear something, call the cops. Like what the fuck? I mean, Jesus.
she could have killed her child right there. Maybe that's what she was planning.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that that's what she was planning. Now the kids were gone at this point, but her just being like, "Oh, I sat in the room with the gun loaded and the flashlight and the door locked." Stop.
What is she drinking? Is she drinking a beer?
I don't know. I was wondering that myself. Let me see if I can.
What time is it at this point? Do we know?
Early in the morning, like the 5:30, between
Yeah,
5:30 and 6 a.m.
yeah, that's what I thought.
It's blue with looks like a black top. It might be a beer.
Nice, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and it looks like it could be a gold tab, or it could be silver. I can't tell. I'm gonna see if I can find what kind of drink that is. That's interesting. I hope not. Jesus.
So you heard that bang, didn't hear anything else after?
But it wasn't the same noise we heard the other day when the
Okay.
people, when whoever it was leaving.
And you said something about your motion detector.
You said
Yeah,
downstairs caught it?
the motion detector, it caught motion detector at like 5:26
Where?
in the basement. It just says basement.
Okay. And you got an alert on your phone?
No, I just logged into ADT.
Can you show me that?
Yeah.
So, real quick, I found it said most cans that are blue with a black top is beers, and this is all I found.
Hmm.
I'm not seeing anything with a black top right here, though.
Right. Good work.
Yeah, I don't. Still not seeing it.
People were saying Pepsi in the chat.
Yeah, I drink Pepsi, and I've never seen it with like a black looking top here.
It's small on my phone, so I can't really see. Plus, it
And
might
it
be different. The cans are sometimes different between Canada and the US.
right, and it looks like it's a longer can, like a tall boy.
Right. Yeah. Puppies. Sorry.
Hmm.
Let's go
No, no,
ahead.
you're good. You're
Content was
good.
saying it's the beer.
It's a beer. Yeah,
I
I
know.
was thinking
Yeah.
it's a beer or an energy drink.
Oh, yeah, that could be too. I was just curious. Sorry, I didn't mean to um, put
Oh
everybody
no,
in upheaval.
no, no, you're good. You're good. I was curious myself because I had the same thought. I was like, she's not drinking a beer, is she? Jesus.
And the only camera you guys have, you said, is the Ring doorbell, and that
Yeah.
didn't get anything.
I can tell by looking at him, he's already questioning everything. I
I
mean, he
was
didn't
so-
even verbally answer when they said the Ring camera didn't get anything because he
he's
knows.
he's not stupid, you know.
Hmm.
And he knows her too.
Yeah, if anybody knows her, it's him.
Yeah.
It could be a seltzer water. 5 o'clock is 5 o'clock.
That's funny.
Lord have mercy.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It sure is.
Right, Crispy?
Yeah.
So and there was other one too. There was basement at 526.
And this is ADT.
Yeah,
Did you check? When did you check this?
just when we were in the car.
Okay.
And then living room motion at 529.
Okay. So let's back up real quick then. So you hear that noise probably about 3:30, and then did you just stay in the room till he came home and?
Yeah. I told him to text me when he was on his way.
Mm-hmm.
So all I did was walk from here to here because I had this door shut and these two doors locked.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted him back and I said, I'm going to unlock the doors, which were because you don't have a key to get in this door.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came back in here and locked this door.
Okay. So what did he tell you when he got home?
He just texted, well, he said he's headed home.
Yeah.
And then I heard the garage opening, but then I heard the garage closing. So I thought maybe he saw something wrong and was leaving. Because at that time there was another truck turn on too,
Mm-hmm.
like a neighbor. So I
Yeah.
just thought he was leaving. So I was like, where are you going? But then I heard it was him trying to get the garage. I guess the lights wouldn't come on or something.
Okay.
It wasn't working or something, or he said something was wrong with the breaker or whatever. So I still stayed in here until I knew it was him, and he said Tisha, and then I opened the door.
Okay. All right. Can I see that ADT stuff? And that doesn't set off like an audible alarm or anything
Because
like
it's
that?
on armed stay, because someone's in the house.
Okay.
If we weren't here and it was on a way, but like we have always just set it to stay just
Yeah.
because, you know. So like at 526, there's a basement motion.
So why wouldn't she, like, they're asking to look at the ADT stuff. If you really didn't have anything to do with it, why wouldn't you hand your phone over and say, here?
Yeah. Because she's in control of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the way he's looking at her.
Yeah. Mm.
It's tiny on my phone, but I can still see his eye.
Glary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this was 5 in the morning. I'm wondering where Harley was during this time period. They don't
Mhm.
show her at all.
Or the little one. I haven't seen. Oh, she
Well,
said they were at their mom's.
yeah, they said that they were at their mom's for spring break, and I'm
Oh,
wondering, did Harley go somewhere for spring break or something, maybe?
maybe. So was she planning something against Al at that point? And maybe not thinking of hurting the children at this point?
I don't know, maybe.
Follow the money? What's his insurance policy on himself and everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Was there some type of insurance policy that they had? And I'm sure there was because he's military.
For sure.
Carolina said she's from Lumberton, North Carolina. That explains everything right there. That
Oh,
that tells me all I need to know right there. That's it. That's all.
poor Lumberton.
Lumberton is not a place you want to be in North
Really?
Carolina. Yeah, it's not. It's not a good area at
Oh,
all.
it's fun.
Um, she might be in the first video. I don't think the first video's been released from a few days before, but it could have been. I
A
suppose
few
we'll find out.
a few days before this?
Yeah, that's the other footage I have because they reference a previous break-in. Excuse
Oh,
me, and the cops are like, I believe you when it comes to the previous break-in, but this one I have questions about. And it could have been a previous break-in, and then she used it to, like, she mimicked it again because she knew it would get Al home. Or it could have just been, starting, excuse my language, but starting fuck shit from the beginning.
yeah,
And they just hadn't figured out that she was doing it yet. So that's why I asked for that footage. I haven't looked at it yet, but I do have it, and I am going to put it out.
that's great. Yeah, and I knew that. I don't know where my brain went there for a minute. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Harley has always been a hard sleeper, so she's probably asleep. Maybe. It does, doesn't it, Southern?
And then 529, there was a living room. Now I don't know at which point these triggered you coming in, or
No, I didn't
So-
get home till after
okay.
6 o'clock.
So these were the ones that went off.
So it started at 5:26.
And then there was basement motion again at 5:38.
So that means if someone came in, they left through that.
They came in down there, probably walked in.
But they would have had to leave through the basement.
Yeah,
Because your
Yeah.
last one.
5:38.
I see those. I'm
5:38.
going to just write those down. And then I'm going to take pictures of that. Here, if we can just sit it over here, I'm just going to write down what that says.
Yeah, it's almost like somebody knows. Did you, anytime after the other night, did you go back down and open up the window blinds at all? Like twist them and open them?
Like during the day when we were on the Peloton.
Oh, so you did. Because I noticed I had closed them all like that.
Yeah.
And when I went down there the other night, that one and that one were
Yeah,
open
because
back
it's
up.
dark.
Okay,
so-
all right.
And is this living room motion up here? That's
That
this.
right there.
It could be anywhere
Okay.
in
So
the
that
living
means
room.
they-
This is the only
I would,
motion that we
I
have.
would guess if I had to recreate it, they came up these stairs right here. It caught them.
Yeah.
Maybe they went to the garage and then they left out at whatever it was, 5:38. You said.
5:38 was the last one, and
Basement.
then the next one was the living room fault, which was when I opened the door. You said you were on the way. I opened this door and I came out.
Yeah,
and
but did you come in here?
No, but I mean,
It ain't gonna pick
It
you
ain't
up if
picking
you
up,
just
yeah.
walk that way.
I just walked through there.
So yeah, they walked up through here and.
There is some point in this that he references it. I don't know when because I was listening to it play on my phone while I was tilling in the garden. But I think he said, if I remember correctly, at some point during this footage that they got there about 2 weeks ago from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or South Carolina. So I think they hadn't been there but about a week or two at the most.
Right. I think she was planning to. She's sitting there on her bed with a gun. She was planning to shoot him and say, "Oops, my bad. I thought he
Mm-hmm.
was a burglar," and waiting for the kids to be out of the house to do it.
Yeah.
Just a thought, but
No,
that's
I
it.
mean, I think it's a valid speculation because it makes a lot of sense. And that's scary too.
It is.
It could have been Jenny. I'm not sure.
All right, could be. They went on vacation before the kids' vacation. That's weird.
They would. I know they had recently moved in, but I do know that yeah they had went on vacation at some point. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I I could be completely wrong in that. I'm not sure.
Right.
Okay. So let's go look through the house and see if it looks like anything's missing or anything like that.
Nothing up here looks disturbed. You're still there once again. They were same thing as night. I mean downstairs. I guess. What was the first time on the downstairs motion?
Yeah. No, 526. Sorry.
526.
They were.
So 12 minutes basically they were in the house.
And,
Yeah.
and the only valuable stuff really downstairs is Holly's room.
Yeah.
I was seeing mud in here, so somebody came from upstairs. You know, if they walked across that.
Hey, infamous true teller. Yes, this is Lie-tecia Stauch, approximately a year before Gannon's homicide, alleging a break in. Good to see you.
The dirt there. They already got muddy.
Yeah, so that's the one that was open.
Yeah, but did you guys twist the blinds open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
See, there would have been.
Yeah, because we couldn't figure out how to pull them up
How do
to
you
look.
pull one?
I think you just push them up. Yeah. Yeah, and then you just pull them down.
Okay.
See, I can't tell where they stepped because there would have been dirt. If they walked where you're telling me they walked, if there was dirt, they would have tracked it in. They would either had a shoe print right here or wherever they would have stepped.
She's making notes in the back, in the background.
The one officer with the body cam is making notes, you said?
No, she's thinking, oh, next time I'll put dirt on.
Probably. Probably. I thought it was the other Lie-tecia, the TLC love notes. I was like, where did you come from? Oh, no, I don't know nothing about that, Lie-tecia. I don't watch a lot of TLC. That stuff gets on my nerves. The only TLC actually I ever watched was when I was pregnant with my first daughter. In the mornings from like 9 to 10, they would show women having babies, and I watched it like religiously. The story of like, it's like the woman has the baby, and then the first like 2 weeks to a couple months after the baby's born, and that's because I wanted to know what to expect. But that's the only time I ever really watched TLC.
Right. That's cute.
Infamous love notes. Sorry, love. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that it's cute to to watch what moms are doing, so you know.
I had a Lord have mercy with my first daughter. I had a whole book I printed out. Like there was this website you could go to, and it would tell you what was happening each day. And I had the whole 9 months in this big binder, like what was happening each day.
Wow,
It was really cool. Yeah.
that's
And
cute.
now she's graduating Friday. Lord have mercy. She's gonna be 18 in July. Lord have mercy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
No.
You were getting things ready the other day.
Yeah, I'm still working
Mhm.
on some stuff. I got to really hammer it down this weekend, but I'm not ready. I don't want her. I'm just not. I'm not ready at all in all aspects.
Oh,
Yeah, but she's
it'll,
doing really good.
it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like anything's missing?
Nothing doesn't look like anything's.
Everything's basically the way you left it?
Tisha?
I don't see anything. I mean, I see the camera, all that stuff is
Yeah, like nothing looks disturbed at all.
here. Another camera in there.
All the doors were shut too when I came out,
Yeah.
so they didn't like rummage through anything.
We don't know anyone.
So you guys don't know anyone that would do this?
Oh, we don't even know the first. We just met the neighbors by going to go tell them about what happened last time. Because we never talked
I mean,
to
the
anyone.
kids know one family around the corner,
But you can't think of anyone that would want to come in here and mess with you guys or
but
anything
no, I
like
haven't
that?
had any interactions with anyone.
Okay.
You said this was completely locked up.
Yeah, I went around and locked everything the other night.
We checked them several times to make sure those are locked. Because you notice that some of the windows had been open after the first time,
Yeah.
unlocked.
And was that screen already removed?
It had been removed, like I said, prior to the first break-in or whatever, and I didn't get to it to put it back on before the other break-in happened the other day.
I'm gonna step away for just a second, but I'll be right back.
Okay. Everybody hide.
You're so funny. Oh Lord.
Everybody's just so freaked out since then.
Like I literally would not. I left and stayed gone for a while
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, I didn't want to be here, and he was gone so long. But
Okay. What I'm gonna do real quick, you guys can hang out here, do whatever you're gonna do. I'm just gonna take some pictures and stuff, and then before I leave, I need to get pictures of the ADT
Okay.
stuff. And then I might try to get some fingerprints off that window.
okay,
It's gonna make a mess. It's black powder.
Okay.
But
isn't that what they did on the last one?
it just wipes right out.
I think they did that on the other one.
Because the only thing I can say for sure somebody touched is the window. I'm not gonna be able to get anything off the grate.
Yeah. I
But-
think me and Maya just touched this part right here, so.
Yeah, it's fine. And
But that
Yeah.
door is locked. I don't understand.
Oh, I'm back.
let's start pictures down here.
Yay. Wonderful.
So this is the second body cam. There's a total of 4. But these are shorter than that one was. That was the longest one.
And then today I came home. I just got off work out at Schriever and hit my garage and noticed it wouldn't go all the way up. And came in, couldn't cut the light on. The breaker.
What do
was
you mean
flip-
it wouldn't go all?
Like it would come up a little bit, like it was on battery or something. Like it would come up a little bit, stop, and then go back down. And then I would have to I had to inch it up. You know what I mean? I had to hit the button and make it stop. And anyways, I came in, the garage lights went cut on. That little the laundry room light went cut on. So I went and checked the breaker. Breaker had been flipped. I noticed there was something hanging at little attic entryway is in here.
Mhm.
I noticed something, a string hanging down from there that wasn't there before. My wife told me.
So have you checked your house to make sure no one's in there?
No, we learned. I got my wife out of there basically as soon as I decided.
Okay. We're gonna check your house real
Yeah.
quick and make sure nobody's inside.
And somebody has been in the back, the second, whatever it's called, storm drain or whatever that you can get to the basement.
The
Somebody's
window
been
well?
through that window, the window well, yeah. I'm kind of freaked out right now. I'm sorry. They went in the first one the other night, in or out, and I saw footprints back there today. We didn't see any footprints the other day when the sheriffs were out here. So
Okay.
yeah,
If
and
you guys want to wait out here, we're gonna go inside and make sure.
Okay.
Where's this pad?
Right here in the garage.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Sorry. Yes,
I
ma'am.
wish the cop hadn't. Oh, it's okay. I wish the cop hadn't cut off Al when he was saying, "Look, my wife was telling me," and then he said he asked him a question. The cop asked him a question at that point. I wonder what Letitia told him.
Me
Did
too.
you no- did you notice that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. But yeah, that it irritates me because when Letitia's talking too, they will like finish her sentence.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, let her talk herself all the way into that trap. Don't finish the sentence for her. It irritates me too.
Exactly.
He does. The cop knows it's not possible for the door to open with no power. Yep.
Yeah.
She did. She staged this entire break-in, and you'll see at the end, they call her on it, and I'm here for it.
I
Thank you,
love it.
Jenny.
Hi,
Yeah,
Jenny.
I tried to screenshot the look on her face when Al doesn't back her up and put it on the thumbnail, but it's kind of blurry. I couldn't get a better picture of it.
It's great though.
hmm I'm wondering if the other one was fake. I think it was, and I think they just weren't on to her yet.
Mm,
Yep, Becky. But see, that's the thing. Like Becky said, bottom line, she didn't want to be there yet. She wanted a trophy husband. There,
yeah.
hi Heidi. I agree, but like, I mean, I don't know. It irritates me because like you got a man that's going out and busting his ass every day for his family. Like, what the hell more do you want? Like,
Yeah.
you're staying at home with the kids. You get to go shopping all the time. Like, I don't know. People aren't appreciative these days.
No.
Mister
Oh,
Mr. Speculating has a very labor intensive job and he goes and busts his butt sometimes 6 days a week, you know. So I mean I don't get these
no.
women that don't understand and appreciate people like that because I've also been with people that didn't work and didn't give a crap about paying the bills or anything and it's hard and it sucks. So like I don't get it.
Yeah. And he's a good man. I mean,
Mhm.
there was no abuse towards her or the children.
Right.
I mean, he had a good guy. He threw
Yeah.
away everything.
And she just had to show her ass. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
When I got home, he said that was rolled down. I moved the cooler over here to grab that string because the string attached to the hammer was up in there.
Do you have a ladder?
I do not. No.
Okay. Can you see if one of your neighbors has one?
Yeah, I can do it.
If we don't have a ladder, we're not going to be able to get up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Are these like your new ones?
There we go again with the ask the neighbors for a ladder at 5 o'clock in the damn morning.
Okay, now where's all the commotion coming from?
Aw.
Attic, apparently downstairs.
That was the thing down.
I forgot to tell you, on the little motion sensor app, my wife said there's motion in the basement at 526.
Okay.
What window was open the other night?
The other night was, if you walk through the back, it was the first one, basically right below the
I think we're good here because this is where she was sleeping. She was home asleep, man.
I'm super checking the whole time.
All right, well, let's go down to the basement.
5 Paul 5-1. Go ahead. 51, can you park me, please? Yes, sir. Recording.
Heidi, yes, this is the story. Well, Lie-tecia Stauch was a stepmother to Gannon Stauch, who she viciously murdered. And this is about a year before that homicide happens. Um, it it took place in 2020. And you can do some more deep diving into the case. The body cam footage where she reports the little boy that she committed the homicide on missing is on my page. But if you type her name in, Lie-tecia Stauch, it should be in the description box. You can get a lot of information on this case. It's a lot to talk about. We're looking at a fake break in that she did right now.
And she's in prison now.
Yes, she's in prison for life, right?
Yeah,
Yep, okay.
I don't think she's getting parole.
I don't either. She's, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Are all the windows shut?
That other room's just a store.
Recording muted.
Did you look under that bed?
Is this the screen he was talking about the other night when you guys were out here?
See, I never went downstairs with them. But I knew they were saying that one came, there was one that was moved or tampered with, or.
It's probably
And then they said that
wind.
then they said they saw somebody running out the back as soon as they got here.
That's what he was just telling me.
Did someone take a case?
Yeah. Was it unfounded?
I don't know what they do. There was they called it dirt.
It feels like there's a breeze though.
There is.
Yeah.
It's cold down.
Let me sure there's nothing.
X-ray 24.
Nah, man, this window's wide open, dude.
You can check myself and Paul 37 on the board.
Yeah. That's what I said, man. I can't find it. There's not like really a draw screen, which is weird.
Is it one of the ones that are like on or some shit?
No.
Get up, officer.
Yeah, that
Get
screen's
up.
been removed.
Do what, sweetheart?
I'm telling the cop how to open that the blind. He doesn't know.
Oh
I
yeah.
said push it up, push it up.
I know I wanted to be like, just push it up. That's all.
I think someone was in here, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
How's there no footprints or anything on there?
61 status roll.
Code for it.
Code.
They might keep getting hit. They keep
Oh.
Well, wait a second. But that steel grate's still on there.
So they took the time to put it back.
Yeah, but
As if they would.
Right.
yeah, I guess that
They
could
wouldn't
just
close the
lift
window,
up.
but they would
I'm
put
sure
the
it
grate
does.
on.
Yeah. I mean, the story's already starting to fall apart, but yeah, it's somebody that, especially if they realize that somebody's in the house and they've been made, they're just going to go back out. They're not going to be worried about throwing the gate back on, the grate on top of the drain thing.
And closing the blinds, leaving the window open, and then closing the grate. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And it goes back. I mean, it's her. It tells me again that it's her because with her turning off the lights as the cops walk out of the room and the way she is about the house, she's the only one that would have took long enough to do all of those things because it's her house that she's paying for or renting at the time. I mean, all of these things.
Exactly. And the breaker too. I mean, okay, a burglar can have a flashlight, but he's going to know exactly which breaker is with.
Yeah. And where the location of the garage is.
Yeah.
Because
He or she.
right, he or she.
Yeah.
They talk about they think that he basically ran out the garage door. You'd have to open several doors in the house to figure out which door led to the garage.
Yeah.
It just doesn't add up. Yeah, they don't seem like they're trying to preserve any evidence, but to be fair, there was none there, evidently. But they are putting their fingerprints all over everything if there was some there.
Yeah, I think because no one's gonna leave that damn window open. It's freaking cold.
Civil 40 in service.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
I guess we need to figure out how that grate was lit. Is it just push up? And he
Yeah,
says there's footprints back there.
Yeah, well, it looks to me like it pushes right up because you can see there's a.
The basement things was odd, or the attic things was odd. He just said something was moved, like that thing was moved down, like the cover.
I don't know what he's talking. He said that fell down a couple weeks ago or so.
Oh, so that has nothing to do with this.
I don't know.
Is this one good?
Sorry, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the screen that is supposed to have fallen down earlier? Is that what he said? I think that's what he said.
I think so. I'll
So
back it up.
So she ripped the screen out and then planned, like, the more I think about this, like, she was planning things way ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It does. It sounds like it really does sound like it, and so I think again it's going to be interesting to see the other footage.
Yes.
I backed it up just a little bit so we can be clear on what he said.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Civil 40 in service.
I think. Hold on, I'll go back to here.
Yeah. That's what I said, man. I can't find it. There's not like really a draw screen, which is weird.
Is it one of the ones that are like on the or some shit?
No. Yeah, that screen's been removed.
I think someone was in here, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. How's there no footprints or anything on there?
6170.
Hey, Barbie.
Code 4.
They might keep getting hit.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. But that steel grate's still on there.
So they took the time to put it back.
Yeah, but it's. Yeah, I guess that could just lift up.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I think because no one's gonna leave that damn window open. It's freaking cold.
Civil 40 in service.
The cup is funny.
He is.
I guess we need to figure out how that grate was lit.
Is it just push up?
And he
Yeah,
says there's footprints back there.
Yeah, well, it looks to me like it pushes right up because you can see there's a.
The basement things was odd, or the attic things was odd. He just said something was moved, like that thing was moved down, like the cover.
I don't know what he's talking. He said that fell down a couple weeks ago or so.
Oh, so that has nothing to do with this.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think he said they said it fell down a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. With Leticia's help.
Oh, of course, of course. And it makes me wonder what happened in South Carolina. Now I've tried to ask for footage from South Carolina as far as her arrest and everything, but they don't release footage, which is interesting.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, they won't release it though, which sucks.
Yeah. I've seen footage of her, of a judge telling her that he'd be extradited back to Colorado.
Yeah, maybe they got that one from the state's attorney's office, but they don't.
Right.
Yeah. Hannah, I hope you have a good day, sweetheart.
Bye, Hannah.
Infamous said maybe she's doing test runs because she was pre-planning the unfortunate tragic situation with Gannon. Just a thought. That's what we think.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle, we were talking about you earlier. We were looking at the picture of Gannon, and I think we had figured out that he was probably still alive because neighbor footage of him out and about was taken after the picture in the bed was. You'll have to refresh my memory on that.
Because people thought that it was a suitcase at the end of the bed, and Michelle said, no, it wasn't. Hi, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was too. I've always thought it was a suitcase myself.
Yeah, I did too. It looked exactly like a suitcase to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one good?
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, so Michelle said, nope, not a suitcase. I actually thought so in the beginning also, but it has been debunked that it was not. Okay. Hey, Red Moon. Good to see you.
Hi, Red Moon. Hi, everybody that I missed. Mwah.
You're so sweet. She said, hello.
Pride. I mean, this could have been left open while they were working out down here or something too. But that's weird. The screen's moved out. Did Sutter go back upstairs?
Well, if it was left unlocked, I mean, it should motion.
Was there a dog on the floor just now?
I didn't. Did you see
Just-
one?
I'm not sure. I saw something beige looking when you came up when the first stop came up the steps ahead of the one we're on. It looked like there was something brown, something beige walking in between the
Okay.
top and the stairs. I'm not sure. Sorry, it's probably
No.
totally irrelevant. I just
No. You're good. I got a squirrel brain too, so you're good. I'm curious myself. I backed it up, so we're gonna see.
okay.
But that's weird. The screen's moved out. Did Sutter go back upstairs?
I don't see anything.
Oh no,
yet.
it's his hand. I think it's his hand.
It's his hand. Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing things just at the very top here in about half a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just dumb.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry,
No,
chat.
you're okay. I'd rather go ahead and find out so we know. You're completely fine. That I appreciate you doing that. So because if you're thinking it, other people are too. So it's good to go ahead and find out.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This is the place where Gannon lived. This is right when they first moved in. I think.
Motion.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to get to that attic.
Yeah, so she said she heard the noise about 2 hours ago. Which,
Sorry, yes.
This
Yes, ma'am.
I was just thinking, so he can't open the garage door. So he
Uh-huh.
goes in through the house, comes out, goes down those 2 steps in the dark, and then feels something in his face that he grabs and pulls, and the hammer falls on his head.
Yep,
Is that her plan?
probably. If I
Okay,
had to guess, I would say that's her plan, or for him to come in and she's going to shoot him.
right. That too.
This bitch is conniving, cunning, evil.
He is evil.
When I got home, I noticed there was a string, and I got home, I was like, there's never been a string. And like somebody had done that and, you know, got it up
The
there.
hammer was up there,
This
but the
was,
string was hanging
the
down.
string was hanging down. That's why I moved that over there to grab the string to see what it was all about.
Good morning.
And that hammer, that's our hammer.
When you have a window open downstairs.
Right, that's what I was telling you. The
See,
second
that,
one over
that
is,
string,
Yeah.
sorry.
so they get,
No, you're good.
Yeah, the string is exactly between the steps and the breaker box.
Yep.
So he would have felt it, you know, on his face in the dark, and you grab it, whatever is hitting your face at the moment.
Yep.
Pull
And
and schmuck. Yeah.
wow.
Hmm.
My God. It just. And imagine how much shit he dealt with in between this time and then when Gannon's actually murdered. I mean, Jesus.
I can't imagine why did he stay with her all these years. I mean, I've done it too. I had a bad relationship for 7 years. I'm like, why didn't you leave after 5 minutes? You know.
Right. Yeah, I have too.
Pardon me.
Yeah. I think it's because we want to see the best in people and think that, maybe that's not what they are or who
Yeah.
they are. But,
Yeah.
mm,
The one here, so there's one that's closed, the screen's off. That was the one from the other night.
I was in, I haven't put the screen on. So let's back up a couple days. Sometime mid to late last week, that one that's open now, the screen had been popped off. And so we talked about, I was like, hey, Sunday after church, I'll go get down in there and whatever. And then, but that Saturday night is when the other door, other window was open. You know what I mean? When we got home. Or actually, we walked in, we heard them leaving. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go check the backyard. where
I
that-
saw footprints also, so I'm
Okay.
going to
Is the only camera you have that doorbell camera?
You got motion sensors.
Did that pick anything up?
No, because it would have alerted our phones, and she was in the house.
Okay, I'm gonna go look in the back, then I'll come talk to you.
Okay.
Who all was in the house tonight?
Just her. She and my kids, thankfully, are spring break.
Who's?
That's my neighbor, and that's my wife and the dog.
Okay, all right. Let me go look out back, and I'll come talk to you.
so that verifies that the kids were on spring break with their mom.
Yes. So if she did that, planning the hammer falling down on his head, she really had to think that through.
Oh, yeah.
Like thinking, oh, there's a hole in the ceiling. I can turn off the lights. He'll come down. He'll grab it. Like, I have no words.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. She's sitting there all day just thinking of ways to try to kill everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna. Good to see you.
Hi, Donna.
Genevieve, I do believe, considering that he's military, he probably did have life insurance. I think they said Gannon had life insurance, but I'm not sure. She proven her malicious intent. She was financially exploiting the entire family. It seems so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I didn't know that he was with somebody else named Heather.
Yeah, I didn't either. I know he remarried very quickly.
Yeah,
Well, pretty
but
quickly. Or they had a baby pretty quickly.
yeah, from what I understand, they met at grief counseling
Yes.
because, yeah, okay,
Yeah, I heard that as well.
which I think is good. I think that they can help each other
Yeah.
when,
She was there with him during the trial, and they seem, they were close,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
So, as you just heard, for whatever reason, they muted this part of the audio.
And they're going to go around and look again. They both lost sons. Okay,
I
yeah,
think
that's what I
Christy
thought.
is right.
That I don't
Right.
think the
Yeah,
life insurance had anything to do with it.
yeah, or it did, but not as much as her hating Danny.
Yeah, she did have a deep hatred for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just because she's so immature. Like he loved his mama. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, and you deal. I mean, she's just so selfish, immature, needy, just all of the things.
He's a kid. He's a child. He's little. Of course, he's going to love his mom.
Right. I am a step parent, and like I don't know. I've heard people talk shit about the parent that is not involved and stuff, and she doesn't even call them on their birthday. But I'm every time they'll talk bad about her, and I'm like, don't talk bad about your mama. That's your mama. She loves you. I know she doesn't show it all the time, but she loves you. And I mean, I just don't. I don't understand people. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. She called him sick. Lord have mercy. I think she was mad because he was somewhere and she was stuck with the kids. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's been mentioned before too.
Yeah. But when Gannon died, when she killed him, he'd only been gone a couple of days, and he was only leaving for 2 weeks, I think. He was on a
Yeah.
course. So it's not like he was away.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a lot of things. She was jealous of Gannon. She didn't like Gannon. She hated him. She was there with the kids while Al was working, and um, she was worried that he was cheating. He possibly was. Yeah, all of the things.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, my
wow.
that's content.
That's awful content. I'm glad that you were there.
Yeah, but he had accidents, I think, because of her. I mean, I know he was a preemie and had issues with his eye tract, but I
Yeah,
think he gave him things to make,
yeah,
make him have accidents.
probably. I think so, honestly. Because I mean, yeah, it makes sense that she would. She's
Yeah.
just freaking. Maybe.
Yeah.
What? I hope not, infamous truth teller. They proved during trial he was cheating. Not any excuse, of course, but explained why she was jealous and unhinged. Okay. Interesting. I think this cuts off there.
Can you hear my birds outside?
A little bit, but it's not bothersome or
Okay,
anything.
good. They start at 3 a.m. now, and they stop at 7 p.m.
Oh, really?
They have a family.
Aw,
I know.
that's so sweet.
So I sped this part up. I felt like it was important to leave in because it shows the officers going around to the neighborhoods and knocking on the doors and asking people for camera footage. And I think it's important to show the work these officers do and did in this case in particular. They do end up speaking to one neighbor.
Yeah, it
Sparrows.
sound.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. What were you saying?
They're sparrows. Sonny was asking if they're lovebirds. No, they're sparrows outside.
Aw.
Very. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're fine.
What's up,
Oh,
man?
I almost wiped out.
Yeah, I was just saying, that it sounded a little weird because I had it so sped up, but they did talk to the neighbors, so I kept this part in. It's not a whole lot of relevant information, but I mean, like I said in the video, I feel it's important to show that the cops did attempt to figure everything out.
Yeah, I like feeling everything,
Yeah.
and I'm sure most of the chat does as well. So thank you.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I try to include everything when I get these FOIAs back. I think a lot of people like that.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
My mother's actually a
He almost tripped
Oh,
on the
yeah, my
dog.
little
That's
sister.
funny.
okay.
He did. Excuse me. Cute little doggy there in the doorway.
Yeah.
Lie-tecia belittled Gannon for having accidents, but he was also on Miralax too. Day before the murder, he had one too, and she got very angry. See, Miralax, that's to help you use the bathroom, I would think. So I mean, again, it would make me think that, yeah, she might be the cause of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys have any cameras other than this one?
Not on the outside,
Okay.
only on the inside.
Did you happen to see one over here at your neighbor's house at like roughly 5:30 this morning?
Nah, actually, my mom woke up this morning, I guess, from the neighbors. I don't really know what's going on, but
From the
Aw,
neighbors
thank
telling
you.
her
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was sweet. you're, but you're good. I
It's
used
on,
to say sorry all the time too.
it's on our passport, Indy. We have to say sorry.
Sure.
Is there any way she can come down and talk to me for like 2 seconds?
Oh yeah, she's.
Tell her I'll make it real fast.
Right, Red Boom? I'm sorry I said
Hi.
sorry.
So,
People used to get on me about saying it. It actually, I mean, I don't know, I was just always used to apologizing for everything because I felt like everything was my fault. So I stopped over time. But yeah, a lot of people do it.
It's hard to stop.
It is.
Well, especially up here because I know chat is listening and I don't want to give out misinformation and I don't want to ask silly questions about things. I know no question is silly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you're good.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Merci.
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Sorry to bother you. Were you the one that was outside when I got here?
No, Chris
Okay,
was.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to see anybody over here at like 5:30?
We were asleep.
Okay.
Asleep.
And the only camera you got outside is this one,
Outside.
which just
yes.
looks out into the road,
Yes,
basically.
correct.
Okay. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
You too.
So I'll tell you why it shows like the beginning at the end. I'm gonna have to edit it again and cut those out because I was just before I released this video. But I was screen recording and the video would automatically start over. So I do apologize about some of it like showing the beginning at the end again. But
It's okay. Don't be sorry.
hey Chelsea, I don't know whose name. I don't know. These are officers, and then we got Gann and Stauch that we're talking about or covering. So this is the last body cam, and this is where they kind of figure out everything that's going on.
Does Chelsea mean me?
Maybe.
Oh, my stomach is growling. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I'm gonna have to go when we get done with this too, so I can eat because mine is too.
Mm.
Are you guys still here?
I'm not sure, Chelsea. I want to hear what they were talking about just now. I will look because I think it says the officer's name on the cam footage, so I'll look and see if I can put that in the video when I release it on the channel.
Awesome.
I'm going to turn captions on for just a second and see if we can tell what Al and Lie-tecia are saying to each other.
I like Genevieve.
Are you guys?
Oh,
Sorry, love. What'd you say?
I like Genevieve. Oh, it's gone now. Genevieve's post was funny. Yeah, this one.
What's in your serial killer suitcase? Miralax and mascara. That's funny.
Still here?
I'm going to slow it down for just a second. It's going to be weird for a second, sorry. Well, that's not helping. Let me put it back on normal. Ah! I caught unless someone was in the car and then he said, oh, yeah.
Right.
That's all I caught.
So I was able to keep it off
So, yeah, I couldn't catch it.
the carpet. You're just going to take like a wet rag to it, and it should come off.
Okay.
You said your garage door opener is missing?
Yeah, but I don't know if I might have ran. I don't know. It could have been something I grabbed with my keys and not realize it.
So, well, where would it be right now?
That's what I'm saying. We looked through the house, but something there. I don't want to put that as something that's missing when
You don't know for sure?
I don't know for sure. Right.
Okay.
I could have I pulled it when I was pulling in the garage light. No, nothing was working, so I was in a hurry to get in the house.
Okay.
And I had the gun with me. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to say that I didn't grab it. And
Okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was your car in the garage this morning? You pulled it out after he came and caught you? Okay. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. None of this makes any sense to me. It's weird. So I'm going to tell you how exactly I'm looking at it. He texts you right before he's coming home, and then the garage door won't work.
She's all smiles right here, thinking everybody's believing her bullshit.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun.
You and tell me you hear it. Well, the only way that can happen for it to go partially up, it has to have power. I even tested it, and I turned the breaker off, and the garage door wouldn't move. Because I've never seen one that has a battery backup. Maybe some industrial type thing, but none that moves. And then there's no mud or dirt coming in that window, and nothing around it is disturbed. Normally when somebody comes to a window, they knock stuff over and they get dirt on it and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you one chance to be honest with me. I do believe that whatever happened the other night did happen. You guys both saw it happen. And I understand if you're scared, he's out working midnights, he's gone all night, and you want a reason to have him home.
No. Okay, no.
Do you see where I'm coming from, though?
No, sir. That is absolutely incorrect.
Okay.
That is absolutely incorrect.
No, sir. She did that to Grosling, too.
Really?
No, sir. Yeah.
It's absolutely correct. That's why she's smiling, because she knows he called her on her bullshit.
Yeah.
I just have to ask you, because that's what everything is pointing to right now.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not calling you a liar or anything like that.
Albert, really?
But you're a liar.
I don't know, babe.
I mean, he wasn't here.
That face right there. I love it.
That's a good spot. That's a good spot where you stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not blurry.
No, I don't know. I'll have to come back in the live and get it. Wow.
It's funny. Frozen,
Here.
yes.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna back it up. Where she says, Albert, really? And he's like, I mean, yeah, Paul's game on point.
You're, you're not Einstein, Letitia.
In her mind, she will always be
Yeah.
Einstein.
She said she's got a 180 IQ. I think it's minus 180.
Yeah, maybe 18. Put the 0 in the front.
Yeah.
That is absolutely incorrect.
Okay. I just have to ask you because that's what everything is
Wow.
pointing to right now.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not calling you a liar or anything
wow,
like that.
Albert, really?
I don't know. Babe.
I mean, he wasn't here.
I'm not telling you. I think I'm not.
Oh my God, are y'all insane?
No,
I'm telling you what. I'm telling you what I'm thinking right now.
Oh, you're absolutely wrong.
And I could be. I'm not a genius.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going inside. I cannot
Okay.
believe that you would let someone say that to me.
I'm not letting it. He's a police officer just trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to. Make
I can't
sense of
believe
it.
you would let someone say that to me.
Well, it's not his fault. He doesn't control what I say.
I'm not very.
Really?
He doesn't.
They have responsibility.
When I'm
And
6
you're
months, can I get a
still, like,
CR for
not
a
even
second-degree
taking
bird?
my silence. I've been in the bedroom all night scared to death.
Hey, don't
We came home the other night terrified.
He's already, I mean, she's again just reiterating, I've been so scared, and he's already asking her, please don't do this. Please don't
Yeah.
do this. Not today.
Ay, ay, ay.
We did, yes, absolutely. We heard the noise, and somebody definitely left.
But
out.
because you were with
Did you say
us,
4476?
it's legit, right?
That's not what. I'm not saying that.
I can't
Copy.
believe that.
Don't
All right.
listen to me. This is not. This is not
So-
what this is about.
There's my card. All my information's on it. If you guys look and something ends up, you do find something that's missing or something that we missed this morning, my work number's on there. If I don't answer, just leave me a message with that case number and let me know. I couldn't get anything usable off of the window. Everything was all smudged.
Okay.
None that they'd be able to identify. What I'm gonna do now is just kind of look at cameras in the neighborhood and see
Okay.
if any of those possibly pick something up. Okay? All right. You got any questions for me?
No, I just want you to leave.
Okay.
She's being a bitch, and he's just like, okay, see you later.
I'll be happy to leave. I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah. Lord.
All right. You guys try to have a better day, okay?
And he, right there where he says, you guys try to have a better day, because he knows that Al's about to get the 3rd degree from her.
Oh, yeah. That's funny, Michelle.
Yeah, she was dressed like the Hamburglar.
I kept thinking that's her pajama. That's what she sleeps in. It's her pajamas
It probably is.
with the beanie and all.
Yeah.
Smack my head.
Donna pointed out that Al was clearly embarrassed, and he is.
Yeah.
He had to pretend to be on her side. Yep. Cop said, she's all yours.
Yeah. Walk away.
Yep.
2 times the speed.
Yeah. And it just starts over again. I gotta cut those out, but
Are you
That's
guys still
okay
here?
because we might see things we missed.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-edit it though and upload it, but it's just the beginning of the video, and then it's gonna go to the outro. I think.
Right.
Yep. There it goes. So it won't be out right after the live. I'm going to edit those parts where it restarts out, and then I'll drop that one, and then I'll go through the other one, and it should be out by tomorrow.
Awesome.
She did think she looked adorable.
She did. And she didn't.
She didn't. Not at all. Well, I want to thank you for coming up, Abellis and Crispy Treat. Thank you guys for coming up today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. So I'll jump off and go say hi to chat real quick.
Okay, love. Thank you for coming up, and I've enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. Me too. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
He was mortified. He really was. You said that? Oh, okay. Yeah, she does think she's smarter than everyone. I know he did. I know he did, and I feel bad for him. Even at this time period, I do. I mean, I think about only if he had only left like or made her leave shortly after this, and I'm sure he lives with that guilt. He did. He knew she was on some bullshit. She did put a hat on when she was inside the house. Like, what? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. What a sweet thing to say. Hey, Abellis, back in chat. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. We got to go to the store. I think we're going to try to do the potato bins, and I need to get some different food. These geese, I don't know. I've got 3 different kinds of food, but there's this one they like, so I got to go get some more of that. They're so spoiled already. Um, yeah, Lorianne, I'm gonna drop it in later on, when I cut where it restarts out of it. But I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the support. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Love y'all so very much. Thank you all for being here. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I will be here Monday on Memorial Day. And until then, I hope you know that you are important, you are special, you are enough, and you are loved. And I will see y'all Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.